What up there, boxing fans? This is Ronell Higgins. You're watching Ronell Hig Boxing Reports. Okay, there's a question I need to ask, and in fact, let me explain to you why I'm asking this question. It's because I was on my Facebook and I ran across a post that one of my friends, Facebook friends, had put up saying that if Gennady Golovkin, if he was black, he'll be the most popular fighter around the world by far. Now, I just have to think, where does this come from? Okay? Where does this come from if Gennady Golovkin was black? And why is it always someone has to be black in boxing to be popular? Now, shout out to my man Trap House. He had a post on Twitter that, GG fans are the craziest because they attack people and people who talk bad about him. But when it comes down to purchasing his fights, they are nowhere around to be found. Oh yeah, they'll watch him when his fights are free, but nah, when it comes down to pay-per-view, they're nowhere around to be found. I'm gonna be frank with y'all. It's like Gennady Golovkin is not claiming either black or white, okay? And if you notice, he's trying to be more appealing and more accepted by the Latino audience, okay? You hear what he be saying, Mexican style. He even speaks Spanish to the crowd, all right? He gives the props up. That's the people who he's focusing on, because in his world, or what's been going around on HBO. Okay, HBO was the one who put it out there that the Latinos are the ones who control the pay-per-view buys and popularity of a fighter in boxing today. Okay, so with him being on HBO, I guess he took that route to show favor to the Latino audience, and that's what he's doing. You got black and white up here fighting over this stuff. It's mostly if you're black, you can't say anything bad about Triple G because you're gonna be called a racist. Now, me, I like Triple G. I think he's a very well-rounded fighter, one of the best by far. Okay, I can't see anyone beating him. I knows that the Danny Jacobs fight and him with Gennady Golovkin is coming up. I was leaning towards Danny Jacobs because Golovkin never fought anyone of his tier, his level. But then, I had to rephrase that because Danny Jacobs is now talking about the butterflies in his stomach. He's very nervous going into this fight. And I'm like, what fighter isn't nervous? Okay, every boxer, that enters a ring, even Mike Tyson admitted it, that he was scared walking to that ring. Everyone goes through that. He sounds more like Andre Ward with that crap. I'm going to retire because no one shows me respect and the media this and that. Come on. Not everyone's going to like you, and not everybody is going to hate you. It's 50-50. Hey, there's 7 billion people on this planet, okay? Not everyone knows about you, all right? Just care about the ones that do. And so what if you got ones that hate you? At least someone know about you. Now, back to this Gennady Golovkin thing with him being black and him, he'll be the most popular fighter amongst all of them. If you guys really do feel this way, why don't y'all buy his fights? Okay? They put Gennady Golovkin up against Mayweather a lot. Oh, he'll beat Mayweather, this and that and the third, but he can't beat Mayweather in pay-per-view buys. Okay, see, when it's like that, you have to stand by your fighter and support them, okay? Just like you stand by your favorite football team or baseball team. You go out there, you buy their jerseys. You know, you go and buy tickets to their games. You know, you support them. You do the same thing with your boxers. Okay? I mean, like I said, I'm a Gennady Golovkin fan, so I support him. I buy his pay-per-view fights. Alright? And you can tell by the tone of my voice, yes, I'm an AB. Alright? So, you know, Black American. Would say African blood, but Black American, okay? So, you know, not all of us dislike the man. Alright, now, for the ones of us, for the blacks who do continue to buy his fights, I mean, I got friends who say a lot about Gennady Golovkin, but they'll still buy his fights because they like the energy he brings and the way he delivers his knockouts. You know, he's very indestructible. It's like a Superman, you know, in that ring. However, they would like to see him up against much more bigger opponents with good strength, not B- levels or C- level fighters. Now this Danny Jacobs thing here, alright, a lot of my friends love Triple G for taking this fight now, okay? They said now he's walking in the right direction, okay? And to me, all that stuff with him moving up, Triple G is like in his late mid-30s now. So I can see if he started boxing when he was like 24 or 25. And so, yeah, I can see about him moving up. But, you know, he's getting older now. So, I mean, moving up is not going to do him no justice. So, I mean, he's on his way out to retirement in a year or two. And he may retire undefeated. You know, big ups to Triple G for that. Alright, because, hey, he is a well-rounded, dominant fighter, like I said. But why does he has to be black to be, you know, the most popular fighter in the world by far? I mean, do any of these people do their homework? Do they notice that, right, Jamel Charlo, he's black, he's not the most popular fighter in the world. You know, you got Adrian Broner, he's black. He's not the most popular fighter in the world, and if he is, it's because he fights on free TV. Alright, I mean, I really don't know Adrian Broner and all of them selling pay-per-view fights. They don't do that. They fights on, you know, cable, or if not, free TV. You know, Al Heyman. That's his style, okay? So, and anyway, even when it comes down to pay-per-view, alright, I understand that you got some pay-per-view fighters, stars, right? You had Oscar De La Hoya, you have Roy Jones, Floyd Mayweather, Miguel Cotto, and the reason why those guys were popular is because most of the time it's because they were more flamboyant, they were cocky, and it just, you know, it was more energy added on to their boxing abilities. Some people wanted them to see them lose and whatnot. I mean, as much people who hated Mayweather, they still paid for his fights, okay? And as much people who loves Gennady Golovkin, they don't pay for his fights. Maybe it's because these smart TVs and stuff, you know. You can hook the internet up to it and you can stream the fight and it's right there on your TV. It's just like a regular old boxing match. But still, nah, you don't do that to your favorite fighter. You support your fighter. Go buy the fight. I buys it. You know, I mean, hey, I would like to see more of the man. Wouldn't want to see him go out on a retirement, being an unknown fighter or something. But if you looks at it, okay, I mean, I really don't know how it is overseas and whatnot, but here in the United States, you had a lot of good white fighters that was shown over here in the States, but never did pay-per-view. You had the Klitschko's, you had Andrew Golota in his day, you know, when he was good, but he was never on HBO. You had Tommy, you know, what was his name? Oh man, he had passed away of AIDS. My goodness. But y'all know what I'm talking about. He never sold pay-per-view. You know, mostly none of the white fighters was ever pay-per-view draws. You know, so I really don't know. And that had nothing to do with being black. I mean, maybe people just don't appeal to white fighters like they do Mexican and black fighters. Because like I said, you see what Gennady Golovkin doing, okay? He's trying to, draw in the Mexican crowd. He's trying to fit in with them. He ain't trying to fit in with either black or white, to be honest. And another reason why certain fighters like Roy Jones, Oscar De La Hoya, and Mayweather did numbers is because, and why they were popular, is because they took big risks, okay? Roy Jones moving up all the way to heavyweight to take on John Ruiz, Oscar De La Hoya taking on Pernell Whitaker, taking on Cesar Chavez, also calling out Felix Tito Trinidad, although Trinidad wasn't really, well known as he was, but enough people knew of him, okay? And you had Mayweather going after Diego Corrales, who was a killer, okay, in the lightweight division from 130 to 135. I mean, like I said before, he was the Grim Reaper. He was actually the Gennady Golovkin back in the day at 130 to 135. I mean, and Mayweather called him. They went, got in the ring. Bam! Mayweather destroyed him. Now, I'm not saying Mayweather will beat Gennady Golovkin, the one we know today. Hell no. He doesn't really stand a chance against Gennady Golovkin. Even if he do try to be up against the ropes and try to block Gennady Golovkin will probably break that man's arms. Okay, like he broke Kell Brook's face. Okay, so yeah, the man is a natural powerhouse. Gennady Golovkin he is, but yes, this is back to why certain people sold pay-per-view. Okay, like I'm saying, they were flamboyant. They took risks. Okay, yeah, Gennady, he was calling out some fighters. He was calling out, he wanted to fight Canelo, but Canelo was like, let's do it at 155. This, that, the third. He wanted to fight Miguel Cotto, and all of a sudden, you ain't hear nothing from Miguel Cotto. I mean, it was like he didn't even hear or even know of Gennady Golovkin. So, and it was a few other fighters who wanted to fight. Landy Laura wanted to fight him, but there was no sense in that fight because number one, Gennady in his short years of boxing, like I said, he started late and all, and fighting Landy Laura wasn't really gonna, put him anywhere. So that's why, taking that fight, Abel Sanchez, he was like, nah, this is not what we want. We want the big names. So, Gennady Golovkin, I believe he did enough, coming up to fight the big names like Canelo and Triple G. But they didn't want to fight him, so that wasn't his fault. But back to this thing with the black thing. Why is it always has to be black? Like I said, why? I don't see if Gennady Golovkin felt that way. He'll be coming out, pulling out hip-hop cards and walking out there with rappers. Now, I'm an old head, so I don't know today's rappers today. So I could just name the ones that I used to know, or from back when I stopped listening to this rap music. He'll be walking out there with Drake, Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, I guess. I don't know who these other rappers are today. But, where is this race war coming from with this crap? This is crazy. Well, then again, as I was watching a documentary on Andrew Golota vs. Bo, Larry Merchant was there, and he was being interviewed, and he was saying, well, boxing has always been a racially divided sport, always been that way. And he was saying why Andrew Golota was so loved and everything, because he was like the first, he was like a white fighter, a white man that really could fight and stuff. And I'm thinking, well, didn't you ever heard of Rocky Marciano? Wasn't he white? And Tommy, I keep forgetting my man's name. He played in Rocky. He passed away of AIDS, but Hopefully somebody will help me out with this. Who this guy was. Man, my memory is bleak right now. But excuse me, gang. But yeah. And they were just going on and on. And I remember they made a big stink about that. I remember reading the boxing magazines, and they was calling Riddick Bowe a pussy and all that. I mean, they weren't straight out saying it. But the editors, they had people up there. They was demonstrating with people doing like with a baseball bat hitting the guy in the cup and whatnot. But we all know it was a pose. You see, they didn't have a YouTube or social media back then in them days. But yeah, they was really dogging Riddick Bowe, you know, because Andrew Golota was winning that fight. And he was about to win the title, but he got disqualified because he kept hitting below the belt. And it just blew people away. It's like they looked past all the dirty shit Andrew Golota was doing. You know, they just wanted him to knock Bowe's ass out, because I seriously thought he was going to destroy Riddick Bowe. You know, in that fight, I really thought he was going to knock him out, which he did. He did destroy him. Riddick Bowe was never the same after that. But yeah, man, it's just crazy. And the person that put this post up, okay, I had noticed his picture. It had a black male standing in the picture, and the picture was a model. Okay, he was from some type of jean commercial or so. So, and then he put down, and by the way, I'm black. Now, come on. Now, see, I done heard some of the guys I subscribe to always say that. Why do you have to put that you're black? And it be people with like black avatars, and they be saying I'm black. I kind of see where they're coming from now. All right, I see where they're coming from, because if you're black, like, you know, you don't have to put down that you're black. Like, I mean, I said it earlier that, you know, you can tell by the tone of my voice, you can tell I'm black. All right, so I don't have to say, yeah, I'm black. Even when I'm not talking on social media, I don't put down I'm black. If something is said against blacks or any other ethnic group, the way I come back, they'll know that I'm black. All right, I don't have to put it down that I'm black. But man, it's just crazy. I just don't understand this stuff. I mean, Triple G is one of the best fighters in the world, and in order for him to be popular, he has to be black. I don't get that. There's a lot of black fighters out there that's good, and they're not popular. Well, that's my take on this. My name is Ronell Higgins. You're watching Ronell Head Boxing Force. I'm not really trying to make this bad or long, but I do want to know why. Before I go, like I said in the middle, why don't they, you know, support this guy? Okay, why don't y'all buy his fights? I mean, like I said, I'm a Triple G fan. I buy his fights, but the majority, I mean, so many, it'd be like hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of people. All right, you see all different type of crazy posts talking about Triple G and defending him, but when it comes down to putting money on him and investing in him, ain't nowhere around to be found. I mean, Triple G could have been broke Mayweather's record. You know, with all the people that's coming out and supporting this guy and trash talking. I mean, if all those people get together and buy his fights, man, I believe Triple G will sell around 7 million fights, 7 million pay-per-view buys. You know, so that's all. That's my take on that. My name is Ronell Higgins. You watching Ronell Head Boxing Report. Like and subscribe and tell me what you think.